Hello guys, welcome to the channel. It's the branded dude. Today I have a video that one of you guys did request. It's going to be a branded combo tutorial. So those of you who are picking up the branded deck or new to the deck and want to know the combos, don't worry. This is the video for you guys. I'm going to be going over several combos here. We'll start off with basic resolving branded fusion just to show the line, because basically combo number one is going to be the stepping stone for all the other combos that follow through. I will show a combo where we have access to cartesia, another one where we can set up a board to summon Light and Dark Dragon Lord, the fusion monster. If you guys don't know what it is, I am talking about this card. I'm just going to call him Lad. Just for the rest of this video, I don't want to say his full name. So setting up your board to summon Lad, I'm going to show you a line you can play under Shifter. Basically what board you can end on if you get hit with Shifter. I'll show you a small tutorial where Serenia and Serenia and High Spirit, will get you any branded spell or trap. And also I'll show you a line where if you open branded in white and you have access to Cartesia, Luba, and also a Bestial, you can end on an absolutely crazy board. You can either set up a line still in that combo for Lad, or if not playing Lad, you still have access to Chimera, but I'll get into details when we get there. So there are going to be several combos here, and I hope you guys do enjoy this video. But enough yapping, let's get straight to the combo. So combo number one, basically access to branded fusion and resolving branded fusion. So here we're going to normal summon Aluba, we're going to use Aluba's effect, and we're going to search branded fusion to our hand. We're then going to activate branded fusion, and we are going to summon Albion the branded dragon by sending Albaz and Bestial Lubellion. Cool. Remember, Bestial Lubellion will be able to tribute this fusion monster, so that will be done later in the combo. Anyways, on rares, new chain, we go chaining one Albion to fusion. We're going to banish Albaz, and we're going to banish this dark monster on our field because we want to go into Lubellion. We're not going to focus on any darks or any monsters in our hand. The cards in hand is just there for discarding purposes and just to show, like, if you had 5 cards in your hand, this is what would happen. So banish Albaz and Lubellion, going to not Lubellion, Aluba, to going to Lubellion. Effect of Lubellion, we're just going to discard any card in our hand. We're going to shuffle back Albaz, and we're going to shuffle back Lubellion to go into Mirrorjet. Cool. Combo doesn't end there. We're now going to tribute Albion, summon Bestial Lubellion, and then we will activate the Bestial Lubellion, and we're going to place Branded Lost. You can place any other continuous branded spell or trap, but Branded Lost is a good option to go for. So once we're done here, we're now going to go to end phase. End phase effect, we're going to activate Albion the branded dragon. Now, one thing I would like to mention here is I'm going to assume that you guys are playing a Lad. So with Albion effect, you can set branded banishment to your field. If you're not playing Lad, you can either set branded in red, you can set branded retribution, or you can add opening to your hand, or you can add spirits to your hand. Basically, if you're not playing Lad, you can set branded in red. Here, just in this combo, I did dump a Despia monster, so branded in red can be live to access another fusion monster during your opponent's turn, or you can set retribution, you can add high spirits to combo a little further, or you can add opening just to activate it in your end phase to summon out Quem, and just do something here. But if you are playing Lad, set branded banishment, because during your opponent's turn, basically you can activate branded banishment, target this fusion monster. Albion the branded dragon. Remember, you can only target a fusion monster that was properly summoned, so it's going to be this card specifically. We're going to summon this, and to go into Lad, we're going to banish Bestial Lubellion, and we're going to banish Albion the branded dragon to bring out Lad. Why? Because Lad needs 2 level 8 dragon monsters. One is a light and one is a dark, which is level 8, light, and dark. Cool, that is your access to Lad. So this is our way of summoning Lad. Obviously, if you're not playing Lad, put Brandon in red or retribution, or add high spirit or opening to hand and do a little combo there. But this is combo number one. I needed to show you this because you're going to see combo number one basically happening in the rest of the combo. So now we got that done and dusted. Let's go into combo number two. Combo number two, guys. Here, basically, this is a combo where we have combo number one, but we do have access to Cartesia. This way, access to Cartesia will be through fusion deployment. If, however, you are able to special summon Cartesia from your hand, you can still apply this combo, but we're just going to focus on fusion deployments. Now, if you have access to Cartesia, I recommend you always special summon Cartesia before you normal summon a Luba, because Cartesia can help you dodge Imperm or Veiler on your Luba. So let's get straight to it. So fusion deployment, we're gonna special summon Cartesia. Obviously, you're gonna reveal Grand Gugno, but anyways, we don't need to worry about that. Special summon Cartesia, cool. Then only are we gonna normal summon a Luba. We're gonna go Luba effect, and we're gonna search branded fusion. Now here we're basically gonna go combo number 1. So branded fusion, we're going to send Albaz and Bestial Rebellion to go into Albion the Branded Dragon. Like I said, this is just going to be combo number 1. On res, it will be Albion effect to fusion. Here we're going to banish the Albaz and we're going to banish the Aluba to go into Rebellion. Rebellion effect will activate and we're just going to discard a random card. We're going to shuffle back Albaz and we're going to shuffle back the Rebellion to go into Merjade. We're not going to use Cartesia effect yet. We want to set up branded loss. So we tribute Albion, special summon Bestial Rebellion, and here we're going to activate Bestial Rebellion to set up branded loss. Now here's the thing: if you are playing LAD, your best way to go around doing this is that obviously when you set loss, we are going to activate Cartesia effect. But if you want access to LAD, don't fusion away Bestial Rebellion. Fusion away another monster in your hand for Cartesia, right? But if you have no choice and you have to use this, then just use this. Just know you won't have access to LAD, unfortunately. So you're going to have to either set up for branded in red line in your end phase. So let's just say we want to set up for LAD. So we're going to use Cartesia, and this Mercuria happens to be the only dark monster in our hand. So cool, we will use that. Yeah, we're just going to go into Grand Gugno, Chainlink 1, and Chainlink 2 Lost. Lost, we're not going to be specific on what we add, but if you wanted more interruptions, you can just add Mercuria to hand. And now with Grand Gugno, you have a number of options to dump here. Which card to dump. So you can dump Ad Libitum if you wanted to. You could dump Asaronia if you didn't already. You could dump Albion, or you can dump Titaniclad, which can be a good option. Remember, guys, listen, this branded combos is not linear. You can dump whatever you want. It depends what you want to set up, what you're going for. It's all going to change, but you can just use this combo as a guideline. So Grand Gugno, we're going to dump Titaniclad so we can have access to Quem in the end phase. So cool, we dumped this now, and now we're going to proceed to end phase. End phase, we have a couple effects. So we're going to activate Albion the Branded Dragon. Here, if you want access to your LAD, we're going to set Branded Banishment. If you don't have an access to LAD, mainly because Bestial Rebellion is not on the field, what you can do is you can set Branded in red or Branded Retribution, or whichever one you want to set, right? So let's just go with these two, right? If you have access to LAD, Branded Banishment. If you don't, go for Branded in red. Then we're going to go Titan, we're going to go Titan effect, which will summon Quem. So the good option with this is that if you don't have access to LAD, right, on summon of Quem, you're going to activate the effect. You can send Albaz to the graveyard. So that way, branded in red has a target, which will be Albaz. Cool. So you don't need to worry about that. And then if you want to, you can add Cartesia to your hand. But I think what would be a good play is leave Cartesia in your graveyard so that Quem can reborn Cartesia during your opponent's turn and you can perform fusion summons. But this is sort of where your line will go, just depending on whether you have access to LAD or not. So this is combo number 2 with access to Cartesia. Now let's get on to the next combo. Alright guys, combo number 3. In this combo, basically, this is going to be our combo where we can set up a board and just have access to LAD during our opponent's turn. So it's basically going to be combo number 1, and it's just going to be a little bit different. So we're not going to focus on fusion deployment or access to Cartesia. If you have access to Cartesia, that's good. I'm telling you, it's really good. So instead, we're just going to focus on the basics for this line. If you have access to Cartesia, you can do a lot more plays, but let me just show you how you can set up for LAD during your opponent's turn. So normal summon Luba, we'll go effect, and we're going to search branded fusion. Whole point here is branded fusion is going to resolve, right? So cool, we're going to go branded fusion, we're going to go into Albion the Branded Dragon, we're going to send Bestial Rebellion. We do need to send Bestial Rebellion for this line specifically, and we're going to go into Albion, then we're going to go Albion effect, and we're just going to banish, not banish face down, sorry, we're going to banish Albaz from our graveyard, and If you wanted to, you can banish any other monster, any other dark monster specifically, but we'll just banish this. So cool, we go into that. We go into Rebellion. We're going to discard, let's just discard this. And we're going to shuffle back this Albaz, and we're going to shuffle back Rebellion to go into Mergeade. Cool, we're going to tribute Albion now. Remember, just basically combo number 1. We'll go Bestial Rebellion to place Branded Lost. Branded Lost is a good option to go for in this line. You can put Regained, because remember, we're going to go to end phase. Albion will set Branded Banishment, so if you during your opponent's turn, when you activate this, you will banish one of your materials, so Regain can shuffle that and you can get a draw. But Lost or Regained, it's fine, it doesn't really matter. Now you're going to go to end phase, and then you're going to activate Albion the Branded Dragon, where you're going to set specifically Branded Banishment. Now, basically the whole way how you get access to that is that during your opponent's turn, you activate this. You're going to target this Albion the Branded Dragon. Remember, it has to be a properly summoned card. You cannot just target a card which wasn't properly summoned and try to resolve Branded Banishment. But this is a valid target, so we're going to activate Branded Banishment. This will be our target. We special summon this, and we're going to banish Albion, and we're going to banish Bestial Rebellion to go into Lad. Lad, it needs 2 level 8 light, two level 8 dragon monsters, one being a light and one being a dark. Rebellion is the light, Albion is the dark. So this is basically how you're going to go into Lad during your opponent's turn. Now, that's the combo. Let me show you the line where if you get hit with Shifter, obviously this, depending on what the specific cards you must have in your hand, you must have specific cards in your hand for this next combo, but this is a line which you can play under Shifter. So let's get straight to it. Alright, next combo guys, this line, basically the combo you can play under Shifter. In this combo though, you do specifically need obviously access to Branded Fusion, but you do need access to Fusion Deployment. Oh, well, like not Fusion Deployment, Cartesia I mean. Cartesia is very important for this combo. Cartesia is your way to summon into Lad in the turn, right? So let's say your opponent hits you with D-Shifter in draw phase or standby phase, and then you go to main phase. Cool. Remember, we have access to Cartesia, so always summon Cartesia first. So Fusion Deployments, we're going to summon Cartesia. I would say though, in this line, if you can normal summon Cartesia because you have Branded Fusion in hand, go for it. Normal summon Cartesia, it's fine, because remember, if you get hit with Shifter, you cannot really special summon Cartesia from your hand because Albaz cannot be put into graveyard usually, unless you're able to discard it off opening or high spirits if you chain it to D-Shifter. So cool, we just summoned Cartesia, cool, and then we're just going to normal summon Aluba because we need access to Branded Fusion. So if you open Branded Fusion, that's even better. Cool. Now we're going to activate Branded Fusion. Cool. Here we're not going to go for combo number 1. This is going to be a whole new combo. So remember, D-Shifter is live, so our materials will end up being banished. So there's no point going into Albion the Branded Dragon. It's not going to be good because then Albion needs to banish materials from hand, field, or grave. So we're actually going to go into Rebellion, and we're going to banish Albaz, and we're going to banish specifically Mercuria of this. So we're going to go into Rebellion. Cool. On res though, it's going to be Chainlink 1, Rebellion, discarding any random card, and then Chainlink 2, Mercuria. Mercuria is specifically going to add you Albion the Shrouded Dragon. This card is needed for this combo line, and now Rebellion is actually going to resolve, and we're going to shuffle back Albaz and Mercuria to go into Renbro. We're not going to go into Mergeade because Mergeade cannot use his banish effect under Shifter. Okay, you need to remember that. So that's why we're not going to Mergeade. We're going into Renbro instead, and I'll explain why in a few seconds. So on res now, we're going to go Cartesia effect, and we're actually going to banish the Rebellion, and we're going to banish Albion the Shrouded in our hand. This way we're going to summon into Lad. So this is basically the board you can end up on if you get hit with Shifter and you have the access, to do this combo. What do we achieve here? We achieve 3 Omni Negates, an extra deck monster negates, and bounce a monster on the field. We have Cartesia to perform a fusion summon. So this is decent. If you think about like what sort of decks play Shifter and what you're gonna have to deal with is you have 3 Omni Negates. That's cool. Your opponents are gonna start off with 5 cards in the hand, 3 Omni Negates. That's pretty good. So they're gonna basically have 2 cards left in the hand which they can activate. So Renbrim is there to help negate any further plays and bounce a monster back to hand. So it can interrupt. This ends up on quite an interruption. Just be careful. Lad does affect your triggers from activating, the timing of your triggers, because this is a mandatory effect. So you need to understand your mandatory effects, but this card can be a bit of a hassle for you as a branded player yourself. So Rinbrim can actually negate Light and Dark Dragon Lord, remember, because it's a mandatory effect. Even if it can't negate the activation, it will always still trigger. So Rinbrim can negate anything else, any other extra deck monster, or this, and you can bounce this card to hand if you don't want to deal with that annoying mandatory effect. So, but this is a line under Shifter. Mirror Jade is not a good play to go for because you cannot use its banish effect. But if you're able to pull this off under Shifter, trust me, you will be in a good position. Now I'm going to show you just another quick combo where basically High Spirits and Serenia searches you any branded fusion spell or trap, and then after that it will be the line where we can end on a crazy board, but that will be the last combo. So let's hop on into the next combo. Alright, in this combo basically we're actually going to be just relying on these two cards. Basically, remember, this is just me showing you how you can access any branded fusion spell or trap with these two cards. So we need High Spirits and we need Serenia. So we're going to activate High Spirits in draw phase. We're in a hand trap format, so we don't want to be hit with draw. We're going to use High Spirits where we're going to reveal Serenia. We're going to discard it as well. We're going to send Titanic Clad, assuming that if Branded Fusion resolves, you don't need to send Albion the Branded, because you can basically go for combo number 1 or 2, depending on if you have access to Cartesia or not. But we'll send Serenia and Titanic Clad, and we're going to add specifically, where's this guy? Albion the Shrouded Dragon. On raise of High Spirit, Serenia will activate its effect to dump a branded spell or trap or bestial, but we're going to go for specifically branded retribution. Now, if you don't know, branded retribution, basically you can banish this card from your graveyard and then target one branded spell or trap in your grave and add it to your hand. That's basically what it does. So Albion the Shrouded, can send Albaz or can send any branded spell or trap. So you can dump branded fusion, you can dump branded white if you have access to Albaz in your hand or field or grave, but you can dump branded in red. Essentially, this is your way to get access to any branded spell or trap with High Spirit or Serenia. You also do send a fusion monster to the graveyard, so this can give you end phase effects as well. So this is that small combo tutorial. It's just needed in case you guys didn't know this, but now you know. Cool, let's hop onto the last combo. This combo is absolutely insane. If you're able to pull this off, trust me, you guys are going to have so much fun. Your opponents may as well just scoop because your board is going to be insane. So let's hop right into it. Alright guys, last combo. This combo, you do need specific cards. You need access to Branded Fusion. So here we're just going to use Aluba. You need access to Cartesia, and you need mainly branded in white. I think you would also need a bestial in your hand for this. Having a bestial actually helps extend this play. So you need branded white, you need branded fusion, you need Cartesia, and you need a bestial. So let me show you how you can end on an absolutely crazy board. So we're gonna start off with Cartesia. Remember guys, if you can summon Cartesia, always do that first. So Cartesia, summon itself, cool. Here we summon Cartesia first because we do have to normal summon Aluba. So we're gonna go Aluba effect and we're gonna search Branded Fusion. Cool. Now we're not gonna do combo number 1, we're not gonna do combo number 2. We're gonna do a whole new combo and I'll show you how it goes. So we're gonna go Branded Fusion, and this is gonna send Albaz, where's his name? Albaz, and we're going to send Mercuria because we're going straight into Rinbrim. Straight into Rinbrim. I know, it's crazy, but you'll see what this combo ends on. Now, we're actually going to go Bestial Lubellion. Obviously, if you have a Bestial other than Lubellion, that's fine. But for the sake of this, if you have Bestial Lubellion, it helps your combo be a lot more better. So, we're going to search Serenia. Now, we're going to go Serenia effect, and we're actually going to banish this Mercuria. Cool. Now, Mercuria's effect will trigger when it's banished, and we're going to add any Albaz related monster. So you can add Albion, you can add Kit, but I think let's just add Kit because Kit can search us more branded spell traps, which can help set up more interruptions. Cool, we summon Serenia, Mercuria will add this, and now we're going to tribute Serenia. Serenia, and we're going to summon Bestial Rebellion. Then Serenia's effect will activate to dump. Let's just dump High Spirits, because we'll be able to add more cards to our hand in end phase. Then we're going to go Bestial Rebellion, and we're going to set specifically branded last year. Now only we're going to go Cartesia effect. So Cartesia is going to send itself and any other light or dark. Here we're going to send just a Luba for this combo, and we're going to go into Grand Gugno. On res, it will be Chainlink 1, Grand Gugno, Chainlink 2, Lost. Just something I want to add here is, as a tip, as a branded player myself, I would say if you're able to put a Despia monster in your graveyard, like specifically of cartesia effect or anything, always do that because it gives you more targets for branded in red and branded banishment. But that's just a tip. Honestly, it really comes a clutch in the long game, so just wanted to mention that here. So anyways, we're resolving Brand Lost. Brand Lost can search anything Albion or Mercuria, but we're going to search Mercuria to have a monster negate, so just more interruptions. Now, Grand Gugno, it all depends what it dumps. It all depends on what you're going for. So I'm going to show you a line where if you want to summon Lad, Grand Gugno can actually dump. We can actually dump Titaniclad if you wanted to. If you're not playing Ad Libitum, if you want access to Chimera, then you can dump Ad Libitum to the graveyard. So I'm gonna just dump Ad Libitum, and I'm gonna dump Titaniclad. I'll explain just so you can see the two different lines. So if you're going for Lad, you can dump Titaniclad. If you don't have Lad and you're going for Chimera, dump Ad Libitum. Don't worry, we're still going to put Albion the Branded Dragon in our graveyard, and I'll show you how exactly. So on this res, cool. If you add Mercuria, you can basically potentially negate a Nib at this point. So now Brandon White, this is why we need it. We're going to fusion summon, and we're going to go into what's his name, Merjade. So we're going to banish the Albaz in our graveyard, send the Grand Gugno on field to grave, and we're going to summon Merjade. Cool. Now here we're going to go Merjade effect. Actually, no, before you use Merjade effect, if you add a Kit, I'll recommend first use Kit's effect, summon herself, and then Kit's effect will activate here. Now, if we're going for Lad, we can basically search Branded in red. So, just for the sake of, if we're going for Lad, we're going to search Branded in red. That should go to hand. If you're not, you can search Branded Retribution instead. So I'm just going to add these two cards in hand so that I can show you, if you're going for whichever line you're going for, what sort of board you can end on. So first we're going to resolve Kit. We do need to put a card to the bottom of Kit's effect. So cool, that's one card went there. So you're going to add either one of these two and then place one to the bottom. Now only are we going to go Merjade effect, and we're going to send Albion the Branded Dragon. But we're not going to banish a monster, because to Merjade, if your opponent does not respond to this, we can directly chain Rinbrim to negate our Merjade, and optional bounce a card to a monster on the field to hand, and we're going to bounce Kit to hand. So Merjade will be negated, it won't banish anything, but we do set up Albion into graveyard, and best part, you can actually use Merjade's banish effect during your opponent's turn, which is going to be the next turn. So that's the neat part. Even though you used it, you can still use Merjade's banish effect the next turn. So here is what we are now. We are going to basically set the Branded Spell Trap, whichever one we basically added of Kit. So either one of these two you set it, but we're going to go to end phase. In end phase, we have a couple of effects. If you're going for Lad, we're going to go Albion, the Branded Dragon, where we are going to set Branded Banishment specifically. If you're not going for Lad, you can set Branded in red, which if you didn't search it off this. So Branded in red, cool, because now you were able to put Ad Libitum to graveyard of Grand Gugno. So you see, that sort of helps you there. Now that's Albion. You know how Branded Banishment works. You can use Albion and Lubellion to go into Lad during your opponent's turn. So anyways, that's that. Then we're going to go Titan effect, and we're going to summon Quem, so we have more interruptions. Quem, you can dump anything you want. If you want to put Albaz name, you can do that. If you want to put Cartesia, cool, you can do that. Then we're just going to add Cartesia to our hand, basically, just to have more materials and more cards to discard. High Spirits also add to hand since we did discard that. But now, basically, what does this board achieve? So the number of interruptions we have. We have a Merjade to banish. We have a Rinbrim to negate the extra deck and bounce a monster on the field. Quem can reborn any Albaz related card. You can potentially reborn Cartesia to perform more fusion summons. You have Lost. If you have Lad, you have Branded Banishment, which can summon out Lad, which gives you 3 Omni Negates during your opponent's turn. If you don't play Lad, you do have Branded in red with Ad Libitum in a graveyard, which can give you Chimera, and Adlib can reborn Merjade for basically another banish. So, and we do have Mercuria as a monster negate. So basically you have an absolutely insane board here. Obviously it all depends on if you're playing Lad or not, but guys, if you have these cards and you can pull it off, I'm telling you, you are in a good spot. So guys, that's all the combos I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you find it very informative and motivating to pick up this deck and start learning and playing. But I am very happy to have shown you guys these combos. If you did enjoy it, please do like and comment below. Let me know how you guys felt about this video, and also let me know if anything else you would like me to make content about. I do appreciate feedback. It honestly gives me more ideas and motivates me to keep making content for you guys. Also, let me know if you do enjoy the branded content. Let me know if it's good or anything else you do want to see. But guys, that is the video for you. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.